This was sent by Nuroum, and this is a 1080p conference call camera. Now, what's kind of unique about this is that it has both PTZ and it has a optical zoom.
I want it!
Of 5 times. What that means is the optical clarity of this when zooming in, when compared to say like a 4K webcam, should be a lot more crystal clear, even though it has a lower resolution. So let's go ahead and unbox this, shall we? So opening this up, let's see what is inside. Got the packing foam up top, got a warranty card and instruction manual, got a remote, got a USB-C cable, got the power adapter. This does not want to come out. Guess the top comes off. There we go. And here is the conference camera. And here is the power plug that goes to the power adapter. So let's take this off. Man, this thing is huge. Check that out. It's got a nice rubber cover. Really nice lens. So if you ever had any privacy concerns with a conference room camera, it has a rubber covering. Just bam, right there. Well, this is interesting. Check that out. That has a Ethernet port on here, USB-C and power. There's also a cutout here for HDMI. Next, I will plug this in and I will be right back. So I got it plugged in and it lit up. Cool, now it's moving around. So I don't know if that is calibration or if it's just checking things. And it does not come with battery, so let me go get 2 AAAs real quick. So now that it's plugged in, so now I'm recording directly from the Nuroum as well as the sound. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Now, check this out. This little button here to kill the video, I just push that, it goes ahead and turns it off. But I still see the audio still working. So let me turn the camera back on. And there we go. Now, you have these arrow buttons to move the camera around, like up and down. So that's kind of cool. And the little house button just puts it back.
I want it!
There we go. We have a plus and minus for the magnification with like a lightning bolt and without. So let's go test those out. I'm using the lightning bolt one. So that's pretty quick. Zoom back out. And here is without the lightning bolt. Without. This is cool. So I'm not sure if there is a minimum focal distance. I do notice that it does have autofocus. See? And it is more than arm's length away for me. I'm going to say it probably takes about 4.5 feet to focus when zoomed all the way in. Now there are some more controls on this. You can mirror it with this button here, and then you can change between 50 and 60 hertz with this button. So these here look like some kind of rotation and possibly alignment. But let's test these buttons out. Here is the mirror. Hey, I'm in a different room now. Nice. And then here's the 50 and 60 hertz. There's 50 hertz, 60 hertz. And here is the first rotational button. No idea what it's doing. It looks like it's doing some kind of calibration. And here we are. Now here is the last button here. And that flips it upside down. Cool. Now in the manual, I read that you have presets right here. You can add a preset and remove a preset. And it looks like that you hold this down while pressing one of these 4 presets. So let's try that. So that is preset 1, I guess. And let's move this over here. We'll do preset 2. So now if I just push 1, cool, and then 2, there we go. So if you have different speakers in the same room, you can line it up to 4, it looks like, and then you just push the button and it goes right over to it. That is pretty slick. Now if you zoom in, what's interesting is, and you set another point, it will turn and zoom at the same time. Now, let's check out the low light performance. Hey Google, turn off my office lights. Well, other than the ghosting, that is pretty impressive. The only thing that is lit up right now is my monitor. I'm going to turn off my monitor, and then for some reason, the sound just cut out. I'm not sure why, but here the lights are completely off in my office, and I turned off my monitor. You can see me moving around kind of just like as a blur, and then I move around and the lights turn back on. Then I turn the lights up to 100%, and next I go ahead and change it over to white. And you can see how well the white balance just balances itself out.
I want it.
I can zoom all the way in too, watch.
What? Me want.
Oh, I am losing control here.
Can I have it?
It's a conference camera. This thing is bigger than your head.
No, it's not.
One thing that I couldn't find in the manual is what that Ethernet port is for. So let's plug it in and see what happens. So now it is blinking a little bit. I'm curious if I can access this. So after having this connected on the network for a while, it never got an IP address. So I did a little bit of research, and as we can see right here, there is a note on the Amazon listing for this camera. The RJ45 hardware is ready while the software function is still under development. In the near future, it may support SRT, RTMP, RTSP, NDI, ONVIF, VISCA over IP by DFU. Now what's really exciting about that is that means essentially this can become a surveillance camera if and when they finish developing the software for it. So that is pretty slick. Now I did read the manual, and I'm not seeing anything on here to be able to enable the AI tracking, so let's just see what it does. Manually zoom into myself and see, I can only do one button at a time. It is not following me, and even if I just stay here, and I'm just keeping this in view so you know I'm not messing with it. Oh, that's an alarm. So, the home button. So I'm not sure if it needs some software or something to make that work, or if it's a feature that hasn't been released yet, that'll be available through a future firmware update. So I did some research online, and I couldn't find anything if it was available already, like built in. It seemed like that it's supposed to be built in, but for whatever reason, I can't get it to work. I will reach out to the manufacturer, and if they have any advice for me, I'll check that out and put that information down in the video description below. Now, there is something else that's pretty cool about this, and it's right here on the bottom. So did you know the bottom of this has a mount that stuff can screw into? So like I could put it on that tripod.
And I could be like, hey yo.
No. So with a MSRP of $249, who is this for? Well, definitely it is targeting a business user. I do see the ability to program these presets to be very useful in a conference room. Now, with the optical zoom, you can zoom right in, and the image quality is about par for a 2 megapixel camera, which is what this is at 1080p. And with the potential future ability to turn this also into a surveillance camera, that allows you to kind of kill two birds with one stone in a way if you have this like in a conference room and then also connected via Ethernet. Now, even if you didn't want to use it as a surveillance camera, there are plenty of programs out there that take these streams, and you could, for example, have a live conference and take that feed and pipe it into a web page, so it would essentially be a live stream at the same time.